Let's start the day to you, the good people of Lagos, Nigeria. I still remain Sanni, your host for a laudable program popularly known as The Politics Today. On this week, we have one of our executive, vibrant, youthful youth over time here on the program. Now we need to present, sir.
My name is Sanni Rasheed, Edward, popularly known as Eddie. By the grace of God, I'm the APC auditor at Wadi. I'm presently the CDA chairman of Oluwalobo Community Development Association. Thank you.
Wow, it's a pleasure to have you on the program, sir. Alright, indeed it has been an incredible moment for the good people of Surulere and beyond. As on this day, we are having one of the vibrant, prominent youthful youth over time and the youngest CDA chairman here in Surulere, and also an auditor for Ward G in Surulere Constituency 1 area of Lagos, Nigeria, to tell us what is obtainable here in Surulere area of Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome once again, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Salami. I'm very happy to be here.
What can you tell us about the federalism in Nigeria? As a unity, how can it be combined towards the ethnic groups to make Nigeria a better place? Thank you, sir.
You see, federalism still remains the best system for a multi-ethnic, religious nation like Nigeria, because it allows diversity to flourish under a one united structure. You see, in 1979, in trying to provide solution to the agitations arising from our previous systems, our founding father adopted federalism so as to allow every group have input in nation building, and also allow every component unit, is subnational, which in Nigeria refer to the states, to develop at their pace while still contributing to the national development. But however, there are questions that is arising in Nigerian federalism. Why is it not effective in terms of development? And the answer, according to me, if you ask me if federalism is truly working in Nigeria today, I would say no, because of the over-centralization of power at the center. You see, federalism is a system that gives every group a sense of belonging, dousing tension, increasing unity among the ethnics. But in Nigeria, you ask, why is it that the development is not as rapid as it should be? And that's why I strongly believe that it's over centralization of too many items on the exclusive list. For example, I don't see any reason why an item like security should be on the exclusive list. Because if you agree with me that security is local, and providing solution to security must also be local. Now, in a situation where you bring someone from Enugu State to come and police in Lagos State, or taking someone from Lagos State to go and police in Anambra State, you will discover, you agree with me, that it will not be effective as it should, because if crime is local, that providing solution should also be local.
Exactly.
Because one, you see the language barrier, you see the terrain that you don't understand before. Then the next item that I don't believe should be on the exclusive list is also education, taking our multi-ethnicity, religion into consideration. You agree with me that we have different form of learning, and I believe that if we should remove all these things from exclusive list to concurrent list, you agree that every component unit, every state will now have the opportunity to develop at their own pace, because every ecological part of the Nigeria will look at the one that is best suits their own kind of people and adopt it. Then you are not even still going further to see the resource management. Resource management today has become one of the biggest source of crisis in Nigeria, because, for example, you have resources at your backyard and somebody exploiting it is not from there, and at the end of the day, tuning television, you hear that so billion are being embezzled from there. So the locals will feel cheated, and this thing is coming from our backyard. We are the one that suffer for the hazards that come from it, like oil spillage, for example, in the Niger Delta. You see that the people that are suffering for it never got compensated. So if such things are moved away from the exclusive list to concurrent, the people, the rightful owner, will host their resources, manage their resources to develop their community. And I believe that if we do that, decentralize more power to the component unit, the federalism will become more active, because Nigeria's strength lies in its diversity. And true federalism is that bridge that can hold with diversity together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, true diversity is what can hold the nation together to build the unity, to build love, and to be in one accordance. You've heard from the horse's mouth. Indeed, it has been an incredible moment on this week as the executive director of our program is really saying a whole lot that has been, adding value and how they can be an everlasting solution towards the economical, growth of the nation. Thank you so much for this, sir.
Thank you.
What has been your contribution towards the growth and development of your community, most especially in the area of Surulere local government?
Today, we've seen our apex leader in Surulere have raised the bar of development. And that multi-human being that will come and mark that is, I don't think he has been born yet, but we all try to live up to the expectations set by our apex leader, Right Honorable Fred Bagabiamila, former Speaker, House of Reps, and presently the Chief of Staff of the President. So, to set the record straight, to answer your question directly, that my only two contribution to my immediate community and my world at large, you see, politics, as defined by some scholars, defined as a redistribution of revenue to whom best what, when, and how.
Yeah.
If that is to be taken into consideration, you agree. Well, other scholars also define it as an alignment and realignment. You see that for you to attract meaningful development to your community, right alignment must be, first of all, achieved.
Yeah.
So coming to politics, I thank God for the alignment I had with my political godfather, Honorable Elliot Sheriff Adigo, popularly known as Lorega. I joined politics and I got directed into me, and through him I become a party ESCO, WOGI, that is the auditor of the party. And ever since I became the auditor of the party, I've tried all my possible best to make sure that I speak the mind of my people, trying to attract development to my community. You see the solar light through the Femi developmental project in Surulere. You need somebody that will speak for your community before such projects comes in.
Exactly.
So the roads have been tied. Then some solar light has been. My 3 days like in New York.
Wow.
Yeah. Today, I thank God that as I speak with you, a CDA, Community Development Association, has been approved for my community.
Wow.
And being the pioneer chairman of that association, you could imagine the kind of development that is going to attract to my community. So we thank God and we are really hopeful that a lot will be better. But this will never happen without challenges.
Exactly.
There are a lot of people who believed that you not supporting them means that you should be out of the game. But these are the people that we are still looking forward to make sure that they come on board and we join out together, because community development is a joint task. Everybody must come together to contribute their quota to make sure that because the better environment, the better for all of us. Wow. The safety of our community is paramount. This is a medium. We invite everybody to come on board so that we can all build a more vibrant, peaceful, and prosperous community for all of us to live in. Thank you, my brother.
All right. This is an avenue for everyone to come together in order to build one successful community. Indeed, it has been an incredible moment. As our guest for this week, his contribution towards the development of his community here in Surulere, and truly, he has been able to, appoint 1 or 2 things that the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the President Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has really done. And truly, he has shown that he's a leader that leads by a good example. And that's the reason why he, as an executive guest for our program for this week, is truly emulating his style of leadership and embracing others to follow the footsteps as well. We are still the ongoing program, popularly known as The Politics Today. I will be right back after this little commercial break. Stay tuned.
Lofty Barbecue Extravaganza. Get ready for a flavorful explosion. Our menu highlights are barbecue chicken and chips, shawarma, gizzard steaks, and lots more. Our contact address is number 15C at Kiyomi Street off Empire, Surulere, Lagos, Nigeria. For order placement and home delivery, please contact. Come and indulge, because we at Lofty Barbecue are here to satisfy your cravings.
Alright, you're welcome back to our laudable program, popularly known as The Politics Today. We are still here with our executive guests for this week. You're highly welcome once again, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Salami.
We'd like to ask you about Surulere Fiesta and how the Surulere Fiesta can be impactful in the life of those that are from Surulere or that have, in one way or two, passed through Surulere to become successful. today.
Surulere Fiesta started sometimes last year, and it was a success. So in trying to build upon the success achieved at the last outing, still come this year. And Surulere Fiesta is a very well thought out program by the executive chairman of Surulere, Mr. Welfare, Honorable Suleiman Bambele Yusuf, to bring every Surulereans far and near together.
Wow.
And also to make sure, because for the first time you can see the level of peaceful coexistence in Surulere. And you see, when you see leadership style most of the time, leadership style can decide how the community reacts. And if you see the leadership style of Surulere, a student of Honorable Frank Badabiamila political structure, you see that he's a kind of person who don't believe in victimizing politics, like bringing everybody on board, and that is exactly what he's trying to achieve with the Surulere Day.
Yeah.
The last year, like as I said, was success, and today, this year on, is even promising to beat the record of that last year.
Wow.
Seeing what is being proposed on ground, bringing everybody together. So my advice to Surulereans, both the leaders, the youth, and everybody, is to key into this very laudable initiative. See how we can all come together to make Surulere the New York of Nigeria. It is possible.
Yeah. Because
today you see Surulere being the center of Lagos State, we have a lot of blessings from God. What else can we ask for? Well, local government having Bajabiamila, Honorable Desmond Elliott. Then you also have our Ebu chairman, Sule Bambele Yusuf. You have Idris Arebe. Look at the Lord has blessed us with so many resourceful people, and I believe that it's high time we key into this thing and make sure that the development we all yearn for become reality. And I believe this year, Fanti, going to bring more development. So, thank you, Mr. Salah.
All right, it's indeed another incredible moment you've heard from the Officer's mouth as Surulere Fiesta is getting bigger and better every year. This year is going to be a spectacular one, and that's the reason why you need to be part of this movement, as he has said rightly. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
All right, the last but not the least, what are the advice you have for the youth, most especially the youth in Surulere, Lagos, and the entire Nigeria at large, in terms of drugs and joining the bad guys? Thank you, sir.
To me, my advice to the youth is simple. I call it triple P. Number one P is to be purposeful in whatsoever you do in life, because there's always an accounting period for every action and inaction we take in our life. Why the second one is to be patient. You see, most of our youth never knew that Rome is not built in a day. Be patient in whatsoever you do. There's always a time. Look at Surulere chairman, for example. Look at the journey to becoming the chairman. Look at the journey of our leader, APS leader, to becoming speaker. Look at other big people in Surulere. They all started from somewhere. But the problem with our youth today that I see majorly is that they come today and they want to lead. Not knowing that you take service to lead. Before you think of leading, learn how to serve first. And the last P will be, let's be patriotic. You see, we don't have any nation aside from Nigeria. We don't have any other country from Nigeria apart from Nigeria. So we should be patriotic. Don't let us use our negative language to bring our country down. There are so many countries that are going through worse things that we think in our country. Even the so-called developed country like US and where the gun hazard is going on. But you will never see any American coming down to talk down on their country. At all. You will never see that. God bless America is the first thing that you hear from them.
Exactly.
So my advice to you is that be patriotic and be purposeful and be patient, and also don't allow your negativity, don't allow your frustration lead you into negativity, crime or drug. Rather, we should get involved in education, politics, so as to grow the kind of country we want. Because building a better country is a joint task.
Exactly.
You can't sit back and expect other people to come and build it for you. So the future of this country lies on our shoulder, and I believe we should all come together positively to build the kind of country we want for ourselves instead of being negative towards our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it's good for us to come together to build the nation that we truly wanted for ourselves, in order for the country to be a better place rather than dividing it. And you've heard from the officer's mouth, because the sayings that goes will always say, do not think about what the nation can do for you. Always think about what you can do that the nation will benefit so richly from. And that's the reason why you need to take a bold step today as a youth, in order to look for one or two things to do in order to add value towards the growth of your nation. Do not forget that the sayings that goes then says preparation will always meet up with opportunities, and that's the reason why you also need to prepare yourself as a youth in order to become a better person for yourself, that of your community, and the society at large. Until we meet same time next week Wednesday, I still remain Salami Abiodun, your host for a laudable program popularly known as The Politics Today. Stay tuned.
To you by Micon TV. For more inquiries, please contact